What's up, YouTube? It's your main man AB the Hero back again with another video. And today's video we talking Hornets versus the Denver Nuggets. I believe this was the first time they played this season. This was a rough one, man. It's a rough game. It's pretty much got blown out this game. Rotations and stuff look crazy, but we're gonna get into it. Alright, so this was another one of those games where it's hard to call. Like, I feel like you see some bright spots from Coach James Borrego and just the Hornets at times, and then you get these games where it's like, but why did you do that? Like, what made you do this thing where you play LaMelo 7 minutes in the first quarter, 7 minutes in the second quarter, 3 minutes in the third quarter, 3 minutes in the fourth quarter, as you then getting blown out by 30+ points. And it's so crazy because when you hear people talk about the team, they talk about the fact that, you know, my dog LaMelo might be a spark plug and really help him push the pace and keep things going. And then you get to these things where they just go on this super drought, and instead of making a call or doing something different, he just keep driving the broken car into the desert. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no water in the car. The engine is bad. It ain't running right. We ain't got no jacket. It's hot. We all banged up. The sand is blowing, but we gonna keep doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? And you could stop. You could go get a gallon of water. You could even like Uber in another whip to take you out of here, and y'all just keep driving. I don't understand it, man. We'll get into the box score though. Let's do this. Appreciate y'all subbing to the channel, hit the notification bell, man. That's always appreciated. The channel is growing, man. We almost at that 11,000 mark, man. So appreciate y'all subbing. Let's check the video. All right, so now I thought this was going to be a game that my dog LaMelo Ball was about to ball, because he was playing in Ball Arena out in Denver. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm thinking Ball Arena, he pretty much home. You in LA and you in Ball Arena, it's a home trip here. You know what I'm saying? But obviously it didn't happen the way we thought it would. Alright, so I hate these type of games too, because when we're looking at the overall picture of like the rookie of the year and all that stuff, my dog ended up with 14 points tonight, right? And it's one of them games where I believe the first basket of the night he assisted on it, and then ended the game with 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 rebound, right? So it's just an off night in general. But what you see here when you look at the box score is it's like the worst case scenario for this Charlotte Hornets team, right? Because we praise them at times for being deep as far as the guard play goes. We praise them at times for having different guys step up on different nights and really hoop, right? But then what happens on the night when nobody steps up, right? And you have a coach who is used to trying to get deep into this rotation, and there's only a few dudes hot. In most cases, when you have a smaller rotation, you're riding the same guys. So you're not worried about if you're not going to lose the game if Malik Monk is not hot tonight. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to lose the game if Cody Martin don't give you 10 points. You're not going to lose the game if Devontae Graham is. But this Hornets squad is built in such a way where they're deep enough, and the rotation is that you need a Malik Monk to go off. You need a Devontae Graham to go off. You need Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward. You need 2 or 3 guys, different dudes every night, and it's not consistent, right? And so you get a night like tonight where you spreading the minutes around. We look at James Borrego, and it's tough because the fourth quarter was garbage time, right? But we look at the minutes. Gordon Hayward gets 25 minutes, scores 7 points, 2 turnovers, 6 assists, minus 14. PJ Washington, 24 minutes, 8 points. Cody Zeller, 17 minutes, 6 points. Terry Rozier, 27 minutes, 21 points. LaMelo, 22 minutes, 14 points. Miles Bridges, 20 minutes, Devontae Graham, 17 minutes. You at this point where, let's see, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You 11 men deep on your rotation who have cracked the 10-minute mark, and you 10 men deep who have cracked the 15-minute mark. And only 3 of those guys gave you over 10 points. When you have guys who are struggling the way that folks were struggling tonight, or are just not being in position to score, whatever, because if you look at the percentages, it's not terrible. Devontae Graham is 17 minutes, gave you 50% shooting from behind the arc, 50% from the field in general. It's not terrible, but it's just not in position to score. Something is off, and I hope I hope y'all get what I'm saying right now, and understand why this is frustrating to me, especially because when you have these good teams, you have them with a tighter rotation, right? And then you have these good teams who are like the Hornets, who they have solid play coming in off the bench. They have solid play from the 4th starter at times. They have solid play from these different places, but it's tough because when you have everybody who's on a pedestrian night, you end up like this, right? Where you got a team who normally has 5 players who break the 10-point mark, and today you got 3. And Malik Monk pretty much got his in garbage time minutes. And I was thinking about this right during the game. I feel like it's easy to say like you're gonna critique or take something away from somebody from getting some minutes or whatever in garbage time, but truthfully, like, it's not his fault that the game was blown out. Like, he was hooping, so I don't want to do that. I don't want to say, yo, you got him in garbage time, because yo, you did your thing, right? I think the plus minus is something that you pretty much have to throw out when you consider garbage time, because he come out as a -5, but then you playing against the 5th string dudes on the bench, you feel me? So that is thrown out there. I think that tonight was, I don't know, I think it's hard. I'm gonna go down on a conspiracy theory rant here to try to figure out what we seen tonight. I think it was either, obviously they play the Lakers tomorrow. That's a big game, right? I wouldn't be surprised if that game was maybe not televised or something on a big platform. So maybe Borrego was like, yo, you know what, we saving legs. We play the Lakers tomorrow night. Let's just give this one to Denver, and we're gonna take that game. Okay. There has been a lot more like LaMelo congratulations and all of that, right? And I know that beginning of the season there was folks who conspiracy theorized that maybe folks wasn't passing him the ball, they was trying to freeze him out and all of this stuff. And I feel like tonight was one of those nights where I seen repeatedly the inbound happen, right? Because one of the things that we praise LaMelo Ball for, he gets notedly, you know what I mean? You know, they count as one of his accomplishments and skill sets is pushing the pace, either grabbing that board, getting the inbound and running up the court with it, and getting the ball ahead. There are multiple times tonight where folks just didn't feel like doing that, where instead of inbounding it and giving it to Melo, who's standing here waiting for the ball, they just decided to dribble it up the court, stop the offense, and then give him the ball, right? And I feel like when you do that, obviously he can work in a half-court set, but one of his gifts is pushing the pace and finding folks ahead. So when you dribble it up, stop, let the defense set and toss it to him, to me, it feels like, yo, you're making a counterproductive decision in that realm, right? So I seen some of that tonight. So I think that there's been a lot, like I said, a lot of praise. We watched the Dale Curry video. We watched a lot of people be like, this Hornets team is really doing their thing because of LaMelo Ball, and I hope that we haven't regressed to that place where folks are like, yeah, man, I'm gonna show you, I can do it myself, you know what I mean? So I hope that's not what it is. But we look at this here and we see the first quarter, it's a ball game. It's the Hornets game. Things happen and then it starts to shift here, right? And like I mentioned to you earlier, LaMelo played 7 minutes of this quarter here, right? And then, did we watch our? No, we didn't even go here. All right, let's check this out. Critical minute time. So we go here, and LaMelo plays up until Miles Bridges was the first person summoned in the game by 6 minutes 18 seconds. I think we missed it. We definitely missed it. Let's see. Cody Martin enters the game. Malik Monk enters the game. And then I believe shortly after this is when Devontae Graham enters the game. Or is he already in? Ooh, child. Things are going. There we go. 4 minutes. All right, here we go. That's where we want it. So we see right now, Hornets are winning the game. You pull LaMelo out, and then you begin to lose said game. But you're so used to having a deep rotation that you think to yourself like, oh no, it's all good. We don't have to do nothing. So then what we see happen is you start the next quarter with LaMelo on the bench, which makes no sense to me. And then you start to lose even more. Then you bring him in, and then they fight back and kind of keep it a game, right? It's close. It's a 4 or 5 point game here for the most part. And then third quarter, you see what happens here, man. This shit just get nasty. I don't know, man. Tonight was one of those weird games. It's tough because also I know that these teams have to do like, they have to crown like a player of the game, you know what I'm saying? And on a night when there should be no players of the game, like you don't want to be the guy who we consider the player of the game, but it is what it is, man. It's a rough one, man. We'll be back for the Laker game tomorrow. Hopefully, I believe that I was trying to wait for this game here too because I believe my live stream capabilities should be back by tomorrow. So hopefully that is sorted out, and maybe we might do like the post-game recap live. We'll keep it short like we always do, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna do no 2 hour or 1 hour live stream or whatever. But, you know what I mean? I feel like the Laker game would be a dope one to kind of watch live or talk about live post-game. Or maybe we'll do the halftime show. Well, halftime show live, and then we will do the regular game, you know what I'm saying? The regular post-game show like we always do. It's your main man, AB the Hero. We finna get out of here.
No, not peace. +1, triple B's. We out.
There it is.